Hi Alyssa, I'm Dr. Devon. I'll be helping you out today. Just been trying a little late, I've just been so busy.
Oh, you're good. That's okay.
Alright, so what brings you into the clinic today?
So recently, I've been having issues with my stomach, specifically after I eat at night.
Okay, so tummy aches after you eat. Okay, and then about how long ago did this start?
Like a month ago.
A month ago? Okay. Okay. Sorry, I just gotta get some of this into my system. Oh, am I?
It's safe to say we've all been in Alyssa's shoes.
Right. So
We're at the doctor,
28
but instead of
after
paying
you eat,
attention to us, they're just typing away at their
about a month
computer.
ago, I
We're a
think
little
it's
bored,
probably
a
has
little
those
uncomfortable,
acid
and probably a
reflux,
little
and
frustrated.
you get that sorted out fairly
Now imagine there's a system that can change that. Well, now there is. The Room Nose is a smart patient exam room that captures and analyzes both audio and video information to help diagnose a patient.
Hi Alyssa, I'm Dr. Devon.
Hi.
I'll be helping you today. It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Alright, let me get our smart patient exam room set up so that we can perform some better analysis.
Sounds good.
Alright, and now I'll just start our system up. Alright, everything's good to go. So, what brings you into the office today, Alyssa?
So I've been.
The Room Nose can capture information that a physician might miss, as well as extract new information, creating verbal and digital biomarkers of disease. This overall lightens the burden of the doctor, as well as creates more trust between the patient and the practitioner. Now let's meet the creators of the system, Team 25041. Hi, I'm Bella. I'm a biomedical engineer and the team lead.
Hi, I'm Skylar. I'm the software engineer and the procurement lead. Hi, I'm Flutterman. I'm a software engineer.
Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I'm a biomedical engineer.
I'm Rashid. I'm an electrical computer engineer.
Hi, I'm the Amy student.
And this is the Room Nose, sponsored by Dr. Slepian with the Kidney Advance Project. The first step in analyzing all of the data available in a doctor-patient visit is capturing the data and feeding it to our computer. So to do this, we have a depth camera to get video of the patient walking, a webcam to get images of the patient's face, and 2 microphones to capture audio of the patient and of the doctor. Next, let's show you our user interface. So this is what the doctor sees when they first open up the system. There's a little intro page that tells you kind of how to work it, and then the Get Started button. This is where the doctor will log in using their username and password. And after logging in, they get to the patient page where they can add a patient or select an existing patient, and then select what methods of data capture they want to use for this visit. After selecting those, we can go ahead and get started. First, we use Google Media Pipe to monitor how the patient walks. We do this by monitoring the patient's joints as they move. Checking for symmetry allows us to identify any limps or abnormalities in their gait, and this can help doctors monitor a patient's recovery process after a surgery or identify any developing condition. This occurs as the patient walks into the room. So the system will take in this video, and then what it does is it characterizes the frames based on any asymmetries in order to identify gait abnormalities. The next thing our system does is analyze the patient's facial features. We could identify conditions like strokes or palsies by measuring the symmetry of their face and then comparing their facial features from visit to visit to identify any changes. Here's a quick demonstration.
Let me set up our system for a facial feature mapper. Now go ahead and smile into the camera for me.
The picture taken will be put through our software that then maps out the features of the face to then be compared serially across visits. The Room Nose uses a deep learning image classification model to capture the emotions expressed throughout a visit and get an overall measure of how the patient is feeling. this is also compared serially to check if a patient's overall mood is significantly different from visit to visit. Here is an example of the user interface doing this analysis. As you can see, as it takes in these frames of the patient's face, it can then start classifying their emotions, such as neutral, as you see here, or as Skylar starts smiling, it starts to classify it as happy. Let's go through the different emotions we could see in our example visit. So even without knowing what Alyssa's talking about, we can see here she is very happy, likely very excited about the subject matter, and likely not discussing any pain or ailments in her life right now. However, as we switch to the next scene, her facial expression is changing a lot, likely meaning this is reflective of her physical well-being. The audio captured from a visit to the doctor is another crucial part of our data collection. Our project leverages the strengths of large language models in their ability to understand context in conversations to identify symptoms a patient is telling their physician about. This provides the doctor with the number of times a patient complains about a symptom that they're experiencing. Additionally, the system also analyzes the general sentiment of the conversation, being able to rank components of the conversation as positive, negative, and neutral. The overall output of our system is a final report that summarizes all of this data for the doctor. With the large volume of data being captured and analyzed, our project generates a final report to give an overview of the analyses. This is in the form of a PDF so that it can be easily used in any EHR for future reference, and it provides doctors with an easy-to-understand overview of all of the data captured.
Take a look at the report. Okay, so no significant changes in your emotion detection. The sentiment analysis looks good. The frequency analysis is trending down, so that's a great sign. Facial features have no change or significant deviations from the norm. And I'll go over the assessment later.
Now let's review all of the requirements we met and verified. First, our physical requirements show that the system is easily portable. Next, our keyword index, so matching transcription to a review of systems, our patient audio analysis, so distinguishing between speakers, our feature description, so our facial mapping, and our emotion detection have all met the required accuracies. Additionally, our accuracy of the joint angles and the gait metrics for the motion analysis and the page limit for the report have been met. Lastly, we've proven the system's efficiency by making sure that all of these things are done under the required latency times.
Thanks for coming by Dr. Devon's office today. We'll see you at Design Day.